Peace. This is White Raptor News Ministries rolling into another chapter with you. We're here in Numbers 28, and the Lord said to Moses, "Give this command to the Israelites and say to them, make sure that you present to me at the appointed time my food offerings as an aroma pleasing to me. Say to them, this is the food offering you are to present to the Lord. 2 lambs, a year old, without defect, again without defect, as a regular burnt offering each day. Offer 1 lamb in the morning and the other at twilight, together with the grain offering of the 1/10 of an ephah, the finest flour mixed with the 1/4 of hin of oil from pressed olives. This is the regular burnt offering instituted at Mount Sinai as a pleasing aroma, a food offering presented to the Lord." You know, why does the word Mount Sinai have sin and AI in it? I've said to many people many times that we live in a simulation, an AI simulation. That just kind of seems a little bit off for me. I'm telling everybody we live in a split-tongue language. English is a split-tongue language. I'm sure that this Mount Sinai had something, was named something other than what the Englishman has translated it to. Not only that, folks, David is an American name. It's not a Hebrew name. Wake up to that. This is the regular burnt offering instituted at Mount Sinai as a pleasing aroma, a food offering presented to the Lord. The accompanying drink offering is to be 1/4 of a hin of fermented drink with each lamb. Pour out the drink offering to the Lord at the sanctuary. Offer the 2nd lamb at twilight, along with the same kind of grain offering and drink offering that you offer in the morning. This is a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Sabbath offerings. On the Sabbath day, make an offering of 2 lambs, a year old, without defect. Again, without defect. Wasn't Jesus, after he had the shit beat out of him, wouldn't you call that a defect? I would call it a defect, folks. Together with its drink offering and a grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of flour, of finest flour mixed with olive oil. This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath, in addition to the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. The monthly offerings. On the 1st of every month, presented to the Lord a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old, all without defect. With each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with oil. With the ram, a grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with oil. And with each lamb, a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with oil. This is for a burnt offering, a pleasing aroma, a food offering presented to the Lord. With each bull there is to be a drink offering of 1/2 a hin of wine, with a ram 1/3 of a hin, and with each lamb 1/4 of a hin. This is the monthly burnt offering to be made at each new moon during the year. Besides the regular burnt offering with its drink offering, 1 male goat is to be presented to the Lord as a sin offering. The Passover. On the 14th day of the 1st month, the Lord's Passover is to be held. On the 15th day of this month, there is to be a festival. For 7 days, eat bread made without yeast. On the 1st day, hold a sacred assembly, and do no regular work. Present to the Lord a food offering consistent of a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old, all without defect. With each bull offer a grain of offering of 3/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with oil. With the ram, 2/10, and with each of the 7 lambs, 1/10. Including 1 male goat as a sin offering to make atonement for you. Offer these in addition to the regular morning burnt offering. In this way, present the food offering every day for 7 days as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. It is to be offered in addition to the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. On the seventh day hold a sacred assembly, and do no regular work. The festival of weeks. On the day of the first fruits, when you present to the Lord an offering of new grain during the festival of weeks, hold a sacred assembly, and do no regular work. Present a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. With each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah in the finest flour mixed with oil. With the ram 2/10, and with each of the 7 lambs 1/10. Include 1 male goat to make atonement for you. Offer these together with their drink offerings, in addition to the regular burnt offerings, as its grain offering. Be sure the animals are without defect. Okay, so here you heard it read to you several times that any offering that's given to the Lord must be without defect. And I'm telling you, that man that was beat damn near half to death before they crucified his ass to that cross was a blemished offering, okay? So you need to understand that also here, right here, okay, when you come to appear before me, who has required this of you, this trampling of my court? Bring your worthless offerings no more. Your incense is detestable to me. Your new moons, Sabbaths, and convocations, I cannot endure iniquity in a solemn assembly. So there you have, he's telling you to bring, you got Yahweh. If we back this up and we get a name, this is going to be Yahweh that's giving you these commandments. Okay, Yahweh's a man, and now I'm in check about everything that I'm reading in this Bible, because I've heard many Hebrews tell me that this Bible is in perfect condition, no changes made. It's the original text, folks. Once you start printing text, that is not the original text. The Bible is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and all what you read, all what you know, all comes from the Sumerian tablets, comes from the tablets of Thoth, these lost books. Okay, they all come from the tablets. The stories are all basically the same. The names have all been changed to protect the guilty. Stop worshiping man, folks, and turn your life over to the Spirit of God. This is White Raptor News Ministries. Have a pleasant day.